just for fun and for purposes of exploitation of America's extreme, pathetic paranoia, fear, and desperation. Okay, this is how these Nazis operate. This is what these Ashkenazis are left with. Watch this, folks. Watch. This is what they're left with. Okay. Okay, see this? Alright. Oh, they are so paranoid. They're so paranoid. Okay, now we got to stay. Now, in 20 minutes from now, all of these will be undone in their fear and paranoia. And then that's going to mean I'm going to have to come back and we're going to have to bump up the post again and bring everything that they were paranoid and trying to hide to the forefront all over again. Okay, yeah, we got a ha-ha. Yeah, see. Now, well, watch. These dumb Americans will come right up behind me and they'll unlike these because they are trying to isolate this. Okay? They are in desperate and pathetic fear. They are globally and publicly humiliated, and they are in fear of their fucking lives while they do everything that they can to hold the United States of America together as it burst at the seams without the American public finding out, while I drag 338 million Americans and their Neanderthal children and grandchildren through what is now an 8-year psyop and running, while I make these Americans kidnap and kill each other off like 40 going fucking north in fear and desperation to protect and conceal their highly classified, top secret crimes of targeted kidnapping, human child sex, organ, satanic occult, ritual and sacrifice trafficking, murder, and terrorist operations under America's Patriot Act that comes with a $30,000 ticket per victim's head. This is why the Americans blew up their own World Trade Center and murdered thousands of Americans in what was an orchestrated mass satanic occult blood ritual sacrifice to bless the Patriot Act contracts and operations that are really put in place there to legalize America's highly classified, top secret, targeted kidnapping, human child sex, organ, and satanic occult ritual sacrifice, trafficking, murder, and terrorism. That's what these Satans are. Now watch their fear and paranoia. I love it. I love it while I sit here and make fools of these all day long, see? Oh, we want to play all kinds of fucking cyber warfare games, okay? Okay. Now watch. See this, folks? Okay. No, I didn't say like. See, they like to... They give themselves the liberty to try to think for me, just like they give themselves the liberty to think for every other American. But the difference between myself and the rest of America is I do have a natural-born, God-given intellect, a human intellect, because I'm not an AB negative or an A negative bloodline, animal, jinn, hybrid, beast species, okay? That does not have a human intellect, which is why they need to do this to those of us who do, because they don't have the human intelligence, creativity, and imagination that God gave us as humans with dominance over this earth as God's vicegerents of this earth, okay? They're animals, folks. They're animal jinn hybrids. Genesis 6, the book of Enoch. Read your Quran, okay? Ask a sheikh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, now watch. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, all right. Mind you, this is like the second or third time, and for some of them, fifth or sixth time that these have been liked. Okay, no, nobody cares. No, nobody cares. See, they think they're gonna think for me. Okay, like they think for every other American who can't make a decision for themselves and is dependent on the programmed AI to think for them. Okay. See? So, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 hours and come back, and they will all be unliked because Americans are so smart. They are so fucking brilliant that now that I have bumped up the post, they're going to go through over the next 2 to 3 hours, and they're going to unlike them. And then guess what I get to do? I get to come back up behind these fucking Neanderthals and re-bump everything up again. They're not smart people, folks. They're not even people. They're animal, jinn, humanoid, hybrid beast. And that's what the third and fourth right eugenics are. Third right Ashkenazi Jew eugenics, renamed under the fourth right Ashkenazi Jew regime as genetics. Genetic studies. They're not smart. These are animal jinn humanoid hybrids with no fucking human intellect. Okay? Ask my imam, Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei of Iran, okay, one of the most brilliant scholars to have ever touched this earth. Okay, that's why America's so terrified of Iran. Okay, and that is because we, the Shia, know these things. We know all the things that are hidden from you Americans as the programmed slaves that you are. Okay, and it's first hand common knowledge to us. Okay, Shia Muslims are taught these things at birth. And that is why the United States of America, the Satans that they are, the AB negative and A negative Shayateen bloodlines, a.k.a. the serpent seed, it's a real thing, folks. It's a real thing. That is the reason why they have spent the last 40 plus years in extreme desperation trying to destroy Iran. And they can't because Iran is under God's protection. And those sanctions and boycotts that you filthy trifling heathens have tried to starve Iran out with for the last almost 50 years have been God's mercy and protection, preserving Iran and its purity from mixing with you. Disgusting Shayateen of the Western underworld. You're Satans. You're AB negative and you're A negative blood type group Satans. You are Shayateen. You are not part of the human species. You don't have a human intellect, and guess what? You don't have human rights because you're not human. This is going on, folks, and then the minority of the humans who are here, the modified A plus, A B plus, and B plus, and O plus. Okay, well, they're modified, just like Noah's grandson Nimrod became modified in the land of Babylon and he was changed to something else. That is why you disgusting, trifling people have, those of you who actually are human, that is why you have A plus, A B plus, B plus, and O plus blood types, because you have been modified. And you have modified yourself. You are the dirty, trifling, disgusting people who laid and mixed with the fucking heathen. The Neanderthal, Wendigo heathens. Okay? You swine eating pigs is what you are. Allah said in the Quran, He will change your forms so that you will not recognize yourselves. And that is why we're not supposed to eat swine, you fucking cannibals. Anyways, I thought that was funny. Just wanted to share. Have a good day.